All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at ISE. It's 2026. It's Barcelona. It doesn't get any more exciting than this. And I'm in the Bitfocus booth talking with Erlend and the team about the release of buttons. Let's get into this. All right, Erlend, let's, for the audience that doesn't know Bitfocus, what is it?
Yeah, well, we're a company producing control software. So we make it easy for people to control a lot of different devices from any commodity hardware, like the Stream Deck panels, which have been out for many years, and now the more recent Stream Deck Studio, which makes it easy for people to control stuff and replaces a lot of proprietary hardware.
You talk about control stuff, but give me an environment. Like, what type of environment a customer put Bitfocus, and what would they control?
Well, there could be so many things that we control. We have 700 modules, so that means we could turn on and off your lighting. We can switch sources on a vision mixer. So that's just the top of it. You can do routing, control video routers. So the place you would have it is almost anywhere, from a meeting room to a production gallery to a you name it.
Which is interesting, because compared to traditional control software that would be shown here on this show floor, it's traditionally, hey, the conference room, the small auditorium, but you all are live production, commercial AV, you kind of cover everything.
Yeah, that's true. It's been adopted into many areas because we try to make stuff user-friendly, to make it easy for people to get going, and people adopt it into so many different places and come up with cool creative ideas on how to use it.
Most people would know Bitfocus if you mention the word companion.
True.
Right, that's the traditional product from the Bitfocus team, but that's not what we're showing here today. This is buttons.
True.
So what is the difference between companion and buttons?
Well, we've taken a lot of the work we initially did with companion and continued on the development. So buttons is a control software, but it's also a broadcast control software. So we extend on top of just doing macros and controlling other equipment. We also do routing, user management. We do tie lines. You can do queue lists. You can set up advanced workflows to do automation. So it's a much bigger system with a lot of flexibility and speed to make more maintainable setups.
One of the things that I like most about it, it's a centralized system.
True.
Right? Yeah. So traditionally with Companion, I'd have Companion servers kind of running all over the world or all over a building. But with buttons, I have one server managing everything.
Yeah, we've really seen, in bigger setups, it's so helpful to have a central server with running high availability, being able to lock down certain areas for certain users so they can't touch anything besides what they're supposed to.
Control for the people running control. I like that.
Yeah, and give people the option to make their own setups, even though it's in a bigger facility. Yeah.
Okay, so what's new and interesting today? Obviously, buttons is not fresh. You showed it at IBC last year. So what's changed from then to now?
Well, the latest feature that we're about to release are tally management, so that you could easily work with red lights on your cameras and get any data outside and into the system and out again. And we worked on virtual bundles, which is helpful for a lot of bigger setups. Instead of having the users deal with knowing all the ins and outs of the equipment, you can reduce it down to a more user-friendly thing you can route. And we got tie lines, for instance. So if you want to route something from A to B to C to D, instead of you finding the way, we automatically find the path through all your routers and all the gears for you.
Interesting. Almost AI-esque, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of more machine learning intelligence there.
Yeah, that's coming as well. Not sure quite when, but hopefully some AI parts as well.
Now you mentioned 700 devices under the banner.
True.
What's that list look like?
Oh, where should we start? It's such a long list from any random API to controlling speakers to controlling Blackmagic devices to softwares. We got the entire list on our website.
And it's a big list. I appreciate it. So if somebody was to go in there and say, well, this is my kit, and they go in the list and they can't find maybe a component that they're using, what do they do?
Give us a message. We got some feedback form on our websites. Reach out to us and we can see what we can get going. because as long as there's an API from the device you want to control, it's definitely possible to get it adopted. And it's a lot of the module work is also driven by the community around companion and buttons. So a lot of people have contributed to make stuff, so it's possible to do that work yourself as well. So a lot of options.
Now that's a really interesting one, is the self-service aspect of it, right? And I think one thing I love, so I got my first buttons license. I had it installed and controlling something in a matter of about 15 minutes. And I can't think of another control platform that is that simple and easy to deploy, that I don't have to go hire $1 million programmer to get it done for me.
No, and that's the way we think it should be. It shouldn't be that difficult to control stuff. So try to make it quick to set up and keep it user-friendly, definitely.
Well, killer. Well, listen, everybody. Erlend and I are going to jump in and play with some of the new features. If you want to know more, hit the website at jbanda.com, talk to the sales team, or light up Bitfocus's website, hit the forum there, and get logged on as fast as you can. Because while it is software, I think it's going to go fast. So you better get yours now, and we'll see you all later.